Hello everyone and welcome to another MTE recap. This time it's for the UKG Legends Classic that took place at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. The four teams that were included in it were Texas, St. Joseph's, Syracuse, and Texas Tech. It took place over Thursday and Friday, and it ended up being a pretty good tournament. A couple high-quality games, including a 70-66 win for Texas in the first round over Syracuse. The story of this one is Trey Johnson, the all-star freshman for Texas. He has been having a great season, and he actually did struggle in this one, shooting just 4 of 18 from the field. But he did go 7 of 8 from the line, including a couple clutch ones late to get Texas over the line. A lot of questions about Texas here. Kaluma, 16 and 10. He's been having a nice season, and the Longhorns are starting to carve out the roles that they're going to have for this season. And in terms of Syracuse, it's the J.J. Starling show. He was 7 of 17 from the field for 16 points. He played all 40 minutes. He is averaging 21.4 points per game, and he, however far he takes them, is going to be how far they go, because other than that, they do struggle. Eddie Lampkin at 14, 6, and 5 in this one, but not a ton of depth here for Syracuse, and they might struggle a little bit this season in year 2 of the Red Autry era. The other semifinal did not disappoint either. It was Texas Tech from the Big 12 and St. Joseph's from the Atlantic 10, and it was an upset. The Redhawks take care of business, winning 78-77. Eric Reynolds hits a couple of clutch free throws down the stretch, and St. Joe's picks up a huge victory. They did drop a game to Central Connecticut early on in the season, but they have victories against Villanova, Penn, and Navy, and now you can add Texas Tech to that list. They're a lot of fun to watch. Reynolds is an awesome player, and Xavier Brown is also pretty good out of Philadelphia. He's averaging 17. And St. Joe's pulls off the upset. Texas Tech, Grant McCasland, questions will be asked of them here. JT Toppin at 22 and 18. And just the 8 bench points could be a storyline for the Red Raiders going forward. But so that left us with Texas Tech and Syracuse in the third place game, and Texas Tech did clinch a slight victory there, 79-74. Starling had 27 in this one, and for the Orange, and Toppin had 15 and 6, and Darion Williams had 20 and 6 for the Red Raiders in that win. It was important for them to get out of there with at least one win, because they're good enough where they should have at least done that, and they did. So they get third place. Syracuse takes 2 losses that makes them 3 and 2 on this season, and Texas Tech is 5 and 1. Not very many notable opponents before this, and to be honest, maybe 1 or 2 after this before Big 12 play starts. And then the championship game on Friday was another really good game. It really could have gone either way. St. Joe's did really hang tough for a majority of this game, but it's the Longhorns who leave New York with 2 victories. They win this one 67-58. Trey Johnson gets back on track with a much better game, 17 points. Kaluma, again, 14 and 4, really good performance from him here in the championship game. And then in terms of Eric Reynolds, if you're St. Joe's and your best player goes 1 for 10, to be in the game was a little bit surprising. And Fleming did have 16 points and 20 rebounds for the Redhawks, and he's really putting together a nice season. But St. Joe's leaves this tournament 1-1. Certainly they'll take that as they try and put together a resume that could be considered for an at-large. That Central Connecticut loss will come back to haunt them, but you still have good non-conference games against Princeton, Charleston, and Virginia Tech. You'd have to think that the Redhawks will be favored in all those. And then Atlantic 10 play starts. We got a couple good teams in that league too. So it was imperative for St. Joe's to get at least 1 here if they wanted to have an at-large bid. And if you can take care of business in those other games I mentioned, then maybe St. Joe's gets the job done and gets an at-large bid. But Texas, after a really tough loss to Ohio State to open the season, they're back on track here and looking like they're going to finish in the top part of the SEC in their first year in that conference. So it was the didn't do a preview for this one because we didn't think it'd be all that good of a tournament, but it ended up being 4 really close games. So this was the UKG Legends Classic. Texas wins, St. Joe's comes in second, Tech comes in third, and Syracuse comes in fourth. So thank you everybody for tuning into this MTE preview or MTE recap. Please be sure to check out the other ones, and we'll see you next time.